There's a sail on the flat. Sail on the flat.
That's a pair of slammers, boys.
Nice fish.
Reelin' in the Keys with host Captain George Clark Jr.
Well, thanks for tuning in to Reelin' in the Keys. I'm Captain George Clark Jr. and I'm going out fishing with my buddy Zane Albury, Captain Zane. Unleased Charters, right here out at Key Largo Fisheries Marina. And we're heading out today. We're going to do some bottom fishing. Going to start out catching some bait and then bouncing around, maybe hit some wrecks. It's going to be a great day on the water, flat, calm conditions, and I'm excited. You excited?
Yes, I am. Haven't fished with you in a few years.
It's been a while.
It's been, definitely been a while.
Now we're out on the edge of the reef, and like all good fishing trips start out, you gotta sometimes stop and catch bait. Good production requires that you have some live baits on the boat, so we're gonna anchor up here and fish for, you know, speedos, blue runners, ballyhoos, whatever shows up, right?
Right. All right, chum's in the water, baits at the chum bag, and then we're gonna see if we can catch 25, 30 baits.
Oh, easy there, buddy.
My brother was fishing with these guys. He had them a couple days, and they caught a Goliath grouper about 200 pounds, and they tried to vent him, let him go, and he kind of floated. He was kind of laying on the surface, and fish kind of drifted out of sight. And it was late in the afternoon, and they went home. Next morning, they're running out to go catch bait, running along, and they run by this Goliath grouper laying on the surface. So he goes over to it to see what's going on, and as soon as he got next to it, the fish bolted down to the bottom and disappeared.
That's crazy.
They can live a long time just floating out there, so a lot of times when they're floating, you think they're dead, but they're not.
We got our bait, got the live well full, you know, put enough baits in there, and now we're gonna move to another spot. You know, this is more of a bait spot, so now we're gonna slide out and look on the edge of the reef, 130, 140 feet of water, looking for those groupers and mutton snappers and maybe some yellowtails. You really, when you're bottom fishing, the beauty of the whole process is you never know what you're gonna catch. So that's what's exciting. You could catch a cobia, you could catch amberjack, a lot of different things swimming around out there in that depth. So.
All right, we're on another spot here, some natural bottom, about 130 feet of water. Good spot, catch black groupers, mutton snappers, yellowtails, stuff like that. And give it a try here, see what happens.
Nice yellowtail. That's what's been eating us up down there on the bottom. Those yellowtail snappers.
Stealing our bait.
But you just said a minute ago, if we catch some of those, maybe it'll get the bottom fish fired up, right?
Right.
You know, get some activity going down on the bottom. It's almost like chumming, I would imagine.
Yeah, just draw the bigger fish in. They start sensing the small fish getting injured. That's what they get keyed on.
Porgy.
Porgy. Another bait stealer down there right there.
Oh yeah.
Good eating.
Yeah, we catch those on the patches a lot.
So you can always tell there's hogfish around when you catch porgies.
Yeah. Probably hogfish here, huh?
I'm sure there is.
Oh man. Look at the rod. If you want to test out some tackle, come do this kind of fishing. Look at the rod here. I mean,
It's sad when your line's below the handle.
oh, taking line. Yeah. And that's hammered, huh?
Nah, I got it on strike again. Just figure the leader's gonna be a little frayed. Although I did put 150 on this one. Oh. You got a lobster right in there. There it goes.
Dang, that was a legal one too.
Already cooked. A diesel one.
250?
Might be. What's that one?
Wow, sea creatures.
Sea monster.
All right, we're gonna vent him. I'll wash my hands. Oh, excuse me.
George.
Oh. Man, that's some bad Mexican.
Told you that Coke salad go right through you.
He's just gonna have to swim upside down for a while to get his breath back. Kind of squirrely.
Squirrel dog?
Nah, it seems like a smaller mutton.
Ate a live one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A small mutton.
There you go, mutton snapper. Look how pretty that fish is too. A real nice yellow dorsal fin.
Good eating size there.
Well, Zane, you keep your boat right at Key Largo Fisheries and you do a fair amount of commercial fishing, hook and line fishing to catch fish and sell to the fisheries, who in return sells and distributes to a lot of the local restaurants throughout Miami and the Keys, all the way down to Key West. You're providing them a service of delivering the freshest seafood you can possibly get. I mean, this stuff gets sold and then it gets delivered sometimes that afternoon or an hour or two later.
Yeah, you know, we bring the fish in and they have a retail market there too. So the fish come in and they can be sold right off the scale
Instantly.
when we sell them. Yeah, so people are in there all the time buying fish, but most of it's wholesale to restaurants and places like that.
Well, in this type of fishing, you know, people think of commercial fishing, they probably think of big nets or, you know, long line fishing, that kind of stuff. This is one fish at a time on a rod and reel.
I'm not a big fan of the long lines and stuff like that, even though it does serve a purpose with the shark fishing and sword fishing. But as far as, they used to long line the groupers and snappers here and they got rid of that. So it's the bottom fishing here, grouper snapper fishing has been good for ever since they quit that. You know, they got rid of the fish traps.
And the fish traps, yeah.
There's no more fish traps. Fish traps are probably the worst thing you can do to a fishery.
The silent killer.
They
Sit
kill
on the bottom
kill
and-
everything. You know, all the tropical fish that the groupers and snappers eat, they kill all of that. Yeah, we're gonna make a move, try another spot. This one didn't pan out. Had a couple bites, caught one mutton snapper, and that was it. So we're gonna try another spot. It's the name of the game.
Sounds good to me. The easiest way, if you don't have a windlass on your boat, you can purchase an anchor ball, or a poly ball they call it, and it comes with a ring and a clip, and it goes over your anchor line, and when we run up on it, that anchor ball slides right down to the anchor and actually floats it right to the surface. All you're doing is pulling up the rope. It really doesn't weigh a whole lot.
Summertime, it was the end of my 8th grade year, so I was gonna start high school. My brother was all mad at me because I was just sitting at home fishing off the dock every day, not doing anything while he was working and stuff, and so he wasn't too happy about that. So I told him, I go, you get me a job on a boat fishing, I'll work. So he drives me down to the party boat in Key Largo, and the captain's like, yeah, just show up tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock, and we'll see how you do. So show up next morning, kind of watching what the mate's doing and everything. We get out there, you know, watching what he's doing, making sandballs, rigging people's bottom rods, cutting bait, everything like that. And so by halfway through the day, I was doing everything, and the mate that was working on the boat was just sitting inside eating food and drinking beer all day. So we head in, we get back to the dock, clean the boat up, and the owner, the captain of the boat, fires the other mate. So now I'm the only mate. So I worked the whole summer by myself on that boat and made a ton of money. And then I kind of got my brother on the boat, and he was fishing. And then George started fishing. And
got me on the boat.
Got George on the boat. Now we got a whole bunch of high school kids working on the party boat.
That was
so
great,
yeah, it
man.
was a lot of fun.
Actually, a party boat, because we had a party on that thing every day.
It was
great. It was good fun. You know, back then we could sell the fish, so we had fish money, we had tip money, and then we would one of us would always win the pool. They always had a fish pool, so if you weren't working, you could fish in the pool. Almost always won the pool, and we cleaned up pretty good in cards. They always had a cash game.
Yeah, they always played poker on the ride out and the ride in.
That was great. Fish on. All right, that seems like a bigger fish there, Zane. What do you got, a double?
Might be a double. Hoping it's a double.
I know it took you a long time to get the bite when you got down on the bottom.
Didn't even get the bail closed.
What was that, like half a second? They're sitting down there with their mouths open.
Might be a trigger too. Just one fish.
What is it?
The amberjack.
Is it really?
Believe that? Little baby amberjack.
Well, that's some diversity. Little pack of them down there too.
Not exactly fighting like a grouper, but you never know.
No. Good bite though. Ooh. Well, we just caught a small amberjack. It could be a big one here. But it's not fighting that hard, huh?
Nah,
more like a snapper.
Kind of weird. Kind of like a small amberjack, but bigger than the last.
Now that was on a live one, right?
Yeah, I don't think he was live anymore. I think he was dead. Been down there a while, hadn't moved in a while. Right one.
The right one?
It's the right one.
Mr. Black. Oh, nice. Well, that's what we've been trying to catch. And we've caught a few other things, and then finally finally getting a bite. Well, we're getting our morning started anyways.
Got our couple yellowtail bites, caught a yellowtail and amberjack, and then
How big is this for a 20 pounder?
he's probably 18 to 20 pounds.
Nice fish, beautiful black grouper. Look at these teeth of these guys. I want to show everybody the mouth that these guys have. So when they grab a bait, they don't normally let it go.
See, these fang teeth, they're permanent, they don't move. All these ones on the inside, they push
down.
right down. But when you pull back out, they're permanent.
It's like those things you run over, you know,
parking.
at a bank.
Yeah,
You can drive over them, but if you try to go the other direction,
yeah, you try
you're
to
in
go
trouble.
backwards, you flatten your tire.
Right. lay down and take a 30-minute nap, and just holler at me if you need anything.
Thanks. It's just what I always wanted.
Most people would be thrilled to catch this.
That looks like a really big Caribbean reef shark. There he is right there. He gone.
Gone? Good. Oh, I got one. Oh, yeah. Oh. Golly. Dude.
All right, give me this other rod. I want to jump in on the action too.
We're gonna do chicken rig 'em?
Yeah, that's true. Woo! Zinging it.
Come on, buddy.
Staying down like a blackfin.
It's acting like a blackfin.
Up under the boat. Don't get caught on that barnacle.
Coming out.
A nice one.
Hefty.
Big boy.
What do you say, 15?
He's 15-pounder.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Just love to do that all day long. I wouldn't have any arms left, but.
Started acting real erratic like a tuna. I'm like, man, maybe we got like a big tuna on. We catch a 32-pound skipjack tuna. He pulled 3 times the drag that a 50-pound yellowfin pulled. I mean, it was incredible. You know, skipjack. You catch them out here, you catch like an 8-pounder and it'll almost spool you on something.
They're
like
very
this.
short and round. They're super compact, you know. Porgies are us. Pretty looking fish, man. Got one on.
Got something on.
Right behind me.
Acting kind of weird.
Yeah. Swimming up with it.
Nah, just not really getting tight on him. Guess who's not picking the rod up this time?
I don't blame you. You caught about a combined total of like 3,000 pounds of fish. Yeah, it looks like a black grouper.
Small guy, but
We'll take it. There you go.
nice one.
Just put him in the mouth.
Yeah, really.
All right. Beautiful.
Good eating size there.
They're starting to pick up. The bite's picking up. The wind picked up a little bit, and now the fish are starting to chew a little better. So
This one right next to me had a bite.
it did get a bite.
There, you catch that one.
That old trigger.
Acting like a trigger. There's a bait stealer.
Oh yeah.
Come on, straighten out. There he is. There's your eel right there. Tie himself right in the knot.
Like a pretzel.
Spotted more eel. They do bite. So I can get the de-hooker on them.
Well, not a bad day on the water, Captain Zane. I really appreciate you being a part of reeling in the keys and getting us out there, showing everybody what fishing's like off of Key Largo. You know, the bottom fishing, how spectacular that is, and the diversity as well. You know, you figure you got really great diving, you're going to have great fishing as well. So
Yeah, exactly. The reefs are healthy and a lot of fish on them. A lot of fish to be caught. So
yeah, I mean, we had dolphins swimming up to us when we were anchored down, you know, trying to catch the groupers, and just a good all-around day. We appreciate it. Want to remind everybody to look up Captain Zane. You want to get out there and do some bottom fishing. Unleashed Charters. Captain Zane Albury right here at Key Largo Fisheries. So tune in next week. We're going to have another exciting episode of Reeling in the Keys.
There's a place out on the ocean, ain't on a map anywhere. The captain's looking at the water, he knows exactly where to steer. No internet or Wi-Fi towers, all that stress is gone. The line's just went in the water, and somebody yells, "Fish on!" And it's just another day, reeling in the Keys. We got that fishing feeling, there's no place we'd rather be. We're a million miles from nowhere, but we ain't lost at sea. Just living life, living the dream, reeling in the Keys.